Well, I'm Representative David Parker. And, well, thank you. Thank you. There's not much to add to Rosemary's good words about Bishop Pearman, but I think it fitting as a representative of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to mention our founder, William Penn, specifically came here to establish a state or Commonwealth of Pennsylvania where you could freely worship as you saw fit. He fled England and the Church of England so that he could worship in a manner he saw fit and establish it so we could all worship. And I am so glad that Bishop Pearman has decided to establish his church here and take advantage of that religious liberty and spread the gospel of Jesus Christ in our community. So thank you for doing that. And did I hear correctly that the Reaching Out for Jesus Christian Fellowship is officially open now? Okay. Because for all these years, as the Reaching Out for Jesus Christian Fellowship has been reaching out for Jesus and spreading the good news of the gospel throughout our community, has done so much. Bishop Pearman's ministry through Jesus Christ, he's been able to have a very fruitful ministry that's impacted our community in such a positive way before it was even open. So I can only imagine. I can only imagine, now that it is open, the amazing things that God is going to do through Bishop Pearman and his ministry. So, Bishop, I want to thank you for inviting me to this wonderful ceremony. I congratulate you on your new designation as Bishop Pearman and your new open church. Thank you for all you do, and I hope it continues. And now I'd like to call up the chief.
I didn't realize I was going to speak today. My name's Bill Parrish. I recently retired as Chief of Police from the Stroud Area Regional Police Department. I wasn't prepared to go home and sit on the couch, so I took another job as Chief of Police at East Stroudsburg University. That being said, in my role as chief and even before as captain in the law enforcement, I believed it was my responsibility to interact with the community. And during those interactions and many different community groups that I met with and attended, I ran into Bishop Pearman in many of them. One of the more significant ones and one of the most heartfelt and painful ones is we have a community group, the Child Death Review Team, and we review the death of all children in the county, look at the causes both medically and through other means. It's very painful, but with religious leaders, doctors, law enforcement, school officials, community members, legislators, members of all professions, we as a community look at those causes and try to identify them and try to repair the system. Reverend Pearman's leadership in that is irreplaceable. In dealing with community, we have to look at after each other, and the community is not going to survive without watching over our children. Another arena that I interact with Bishop Pearman, and you heard me talk about community, and you can't say community without using the word unity. And in this trying times and the trying measures that we see across our nation with law enforcement, We cannot, as law enforcement members, serve and protect without being a part of the community and not working with the community. It is not up to me to determine how to fix this. Law enforcement needs to work in partnership, and Reverend Pearman is part of that partnership, and many other members in this community. You have the commitment of the law enforcement leadership here in Monroe County that we're not going to go down the path that we have seen on national television, that we work with our community groups. We have been working with Monroe County United and trying to create an atmosphere. We're not immune to what's going on nationally, and we're not going to ignore it. We're going to have that conversation now when there is no crisis. We're going to have that conversation now when you're looking for safety. No one who gets stopped by a police officer on a traffic stop should be thinking anything else than, how fast was I going? Is my registration expired? With the leadership of the community and Bishop Pearman being side by side with law enforcement, we will have these difficult conversations. He will drag me to those arenas and those discussions, because without the openness and the availability to answer questions, and I'm sure there are going to be some difficult questions coming our way, but without that openness, we cannot heal. And I'm going to look towards Bishop Pearman to keep me on that path. And you got a lot of work to do, Bishop. But thank you. It could be not any more deserved to have this ordination here today. Thank you.